on the live. I'm on my way over to the hospital to get my medical records. There's nobody watching, so I don't know why I'm talking right now. Look at this screen. What is going on here? It's like I got some shit in front of the camera, or maybe it's just really bad lighting. Oh, that's a lot better. I should be on my way over there right now, but I'm waiting on somebody who's been helping me with this, which is a huge blessing. Somebody once told me there's a blessing in everything. I guess I found mine. Ooh, look, somebody's watching. Finally got one viewer. I'm going to finally quit smoking again. I have a good reason now. They say that bones heal better when you don't smoke. Apparently nicotine does something that stops bones from healing and regrowing. I've been having a hell of a time. I kind of want to say this, but there's only one person watching, so I figure I should maybe wait a minute. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I'm in a cool place right now, though. I'm camping in a place that I really like, which has a hot spring and nice camping. Hey, paddywhack. So I came down to El Centro and I got my cast fixed. Well, I didn't get my arm fixed. It's broken in two places. On this side, there's like one big bone jutting out like that with a sharp point that hurts like a SOB. On this other side, it's shattered in like 12 places. But they say that I'm lucky. Oh, I'm so lucky. It's like an eggshell that's cracked. So all of the pieces are in the right place. They're just not, yeah, that happened. That's nothing. They're all together. They're in the right place. They're just cracked like 12 different fractures or something. And then this on my knee was already messed up. I fell in the fire and burned it. And then it started to heal, and then I was getting some, and I was on my knees, and I rubbed all the skin off it, and then it started to heal again, and then during the fight, it got it like took all that meat off and just it's trashed, but it's healing well. It has a little crater there. Ooh, I got 5 people watching now. So I guess I'll explain what's going on here again. On this side, Joel, if you're watching this, I'll call you back. On this side, there's a bone that's broken that's like got a point sticking out. Yeah, I feel bad for her, but she'll figure it out. She's a big girl. She always does. And like she told me, everything in life is a lesson and a blessing. You just got to figure out the blessing in it. I found my blessing. I'm waiting for her to get back out here. I need to go over to the emergency room and get my records because they're giving me a hell of a time getting into a surgeon. They referred me to one surgeon and they got my records from the hospital, no problem. And then they said, sorry, our doctor's out of the office for most of this month, so we're not going to be able to see you. But here's another doctor you can try. So I tried that doctor. The chief surgeon came in and talked to me like he had to take over for my doctor because it's literally that bad. Oh, and my nose was broken. Joel, the person who just tried to call me, he said it for me. I didn't really think it was broken. He's like, hey, hold on, let me fix this. Your nose is broken. And he pulled it out. Like, none of this stuff really hurt except for the wrist. I've been in plenty of fights before. Only been knocked out once in my life until now. I could say twice. And I don't even know exactly how it happened. I guess the guy hit me from behind. I really don't know. All I know is I knocked out the first dude after he swung at me like 6 times, like 6 little quick punches. He started from behind, hit me a couple times in the back, a couple times in the side, once in the face, and then he like uppercut me, and like I they didn't hurt at all. I was like, are you serious? And then he was winded. He was probably a tweaker or something, because after throwing those quick six quick little punches, the dude was kind of hunched over and like, and I just leaned in and just popped him, knocked him right out, watched him tip over like a tree, landed face first in the gravel. And as I'm standing there looking at the guy, I'm like, wow, I just knocked this dude out. And the next thing I know, I'm laying on the ground being kicked by 3 people. And the one that was kicking me in the face was the worst. So I put my arms in front of my face to protect me. And that's how my wrist got shattered. My nose, I didn't even know it was broken. My friend Joel was like, dude, your nose is crooked. And I'm like, okay. And he grabbed it, and it looks pretty straight now. He did a really good job. I didn't really believe that it was broken because I didn't feel anything. But all week I've been like blowing like bloody boogers, and if I touch it near the bottom, my teeth hurt, which is kind of weird. Thinking about shaving off my beard, it's starting to bother me, and I haven't grown out facial hair in so long. I kind of want to see how far I can go with it, but I look like I'm a homeless person. And so anyways, I do fish a lot. I haven't fished much in the last year, but I love fishing. I like to go for catfish and bass, and my favorite is trout fishing. I do a little bit of fly fishing. Joel, I can't answer right now. I can't answer this call right now. So I need to get over here to the medical records place, but Kat's in the bathroom, and she'll be out in a minute. She just bought me something to eat. She's been helping out a lot. I met her down here in El Centro before I went to Arizona, and some crazy things happened. I kind of thought I'd never see her again. Then I come back to town, and the universe dropped her right back in my lap. I don't know if she'll want to be on the video when she comes out. I might end it when she comes out. We'll see. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm born on July 28th. She's born on July 29th. We're both Leos, and we have this weird... Anyways. So I call the place, and the chief surgeon took over my case from the regular doctor, and he recommended that I go to this clinic, and this orthopedic clinic at the University of San Diego. UCSD. University... I don't know what the C stands for. But anyways, I call them, and they're like, oh yeah, we can get you in. We can get you in quick. Just go to this call your hospital and have them get your records. And when I walked out of the bus, I don't know what bus they're talking about. Oh, out of my friend Joel's bus. No, this didn't happen from walking out of the bus. This happened when I went down to confront a molester who's molested several women in our group, who touched my ex's ass the other night in front of her, and she screamed at him, "Don't touch my ass. How many times do I have to tell you to touch my ass?" I'm going to release that video real soon and expose all these people. I've already made it. I'm just waiting for the right moment to make it public. So I went down there to call them out, and a bunch of butthurt losers who, if you're one of those butthurt losers and you want to tell me who you are, please tell me who you are, because this isn't over. Fucking chicken shit motherfuckers. So I go down there to confront a molester, and 3 dudes who had nothing to do with any of this decided they wanted to jump in on it. And the only reason they got me at all was, beside the fact that I was drunk, was the one hit me from behind. And they want to think they're proud that 3 dudes jumped a drunk guy? The only thing you proved is that you're a bunch of pieces of shit. Even with my fucking broken wrist, I'll take any of you one-on-one still. You saw how I dropped that little dude. Come the fuck at me. Hey. So yeah, so I'm going to make that. I've already made that other video. I'm going to release it real soon and expose the molester. The guy goes around pretending to be a healer, groping women. And I've gotten 2 stories from 2 credible witnesses about the fact that they're probably drugging people before they do things to them. I don't recognize your name. I don't know who you are. Sorry, but you got me riled up. This isn't over. Chicken shit motherfuckers. Oh, it'll be out soon. Matter of fact, I might release it today. So anyways, let me finish telling what's going on here. So I'm supposed to go to surgery, and this hospital in San Diego says, call your hospital you went to and have them upload your records to this website. So I call them, and I'm like, hey, they say you guys need to upload my records to this website. And they say, well, we can't do that. They have to call us and request the records. So I call back to this hospital. I tell them, yeah, they said that they need to get a request, or that I call the hospital back, and they say that they're supposed to request them. So basically, the first hospital won't send them, and the other hospital says they can't request them. So I don't know what the fuck to do. So I guess I'm going to go down, if she gets out here soon enough, I guess I'm going to go down to the hospital here and go in and get my records in person, and then I can upload them. None of the surgeons in this area can see me. Supposedly I'm supposed to get this treated ASAP. Yeah, if I have to go through the rest of my life, I don't know. That broken one's got to be fixed. That's going to hurt forever. The other one that's cracked like an eggshell, I have a feeling if all the pieces are in place, it seems to me like it would heal back together. It may hurt forever, arthritis and that kind of stuff, but yeah, well, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going in person to go get my records released. I've tried calling a few other doctors in the area. I might try one in Yuma. I may go back home to my home area and try to find a surgeon there. But this place in San Diego is supposed to be like the best place in the country for having this kind of stuff done. So I'm really hoping I can get these records over to them and get it taken care of. Anybody got anything interesting to say in the comments? The really weird thing about this is it must be on a nerve, because every once in a while my whole hand will just start doing this kind of thing on its own. And I was born in San Diego. I'd love to spend some time in San Diego. I don't exactly know where I can park my motorhome there, and I'm in a lot of pain, Isaac, and I'm having trouble. My motorhome's falling apart. It's really hard to work right now. I've taken a couple jobs, but it takes me like 3 or 4 times longer. It's really hard to push a shopping cart with one broken arm. And I used to I do Instacart grocery delivery, and I will take the item and hold it with one hand and scan the barcode with the other one. So now I'm having to take each item and set it in the cart, and it's just a mess. I did have fun though. I did have a lot of fun in Arizona, and I learned a really valuable lesson. Before I left for the winter, I told everybody, yeah, I've got about 200 good friends down there in Arizona. That's why I have to go there. I almost didn't go this winter. I was just going to stick around this area and work and try to save up money for a bus. And but I had to go see my friends, and I promised to teach that photography class at the Gypsy Minstrel event, and I promised to do karaoke. And so instead, I decided I got to go see my friends, and I got to go fulfill my promises, my obligations. Screw me for trying to do what I say. Took a pain pill. I know, I heard that Korn is selling her bus. I wonder how much she wants. I'm hoping to find a good bus, a good running bus. I assume hers is. I don't know anything about it. And build it out myself. I think I'll get a better deal that way, and I'll get to build it out the way that I want. I don't know how long she's going to take. She could be in there a while. Those of you that know the story, I shouldn't tell the story. But she knows that I have to get to this thing before I'm not going to tell the story. Let's just say she has spent way too much time in a bathroom in the past, but that was my fault. There were drugs involved, LSD. I shouldn't have even said that much. Yeah. But then she reappeared when I needed her the most. And she's badass. She's like, I will go sit with you during the surgery. I'll tell him I'm your wife if I have to, just so I can sit there with you. And nobody else is going to do it, so... I'd like to introduce her to you guys on the video, but she's been in this bathroom for 10 minutes, so that's not that long, really. I'm doing good, all things considered, though, and I would like to spend a little time in San Diego. That would be awesome. So I'm starting a GoFundMe. I have some insurance, but it's not going to cover all of this. I don't know how I'm going to cover the fuel. Normally I can take 10 or 15 Instacart jobs in a day. The other day I was able to do 3. And in this area, they don't pay very well. I made $16 on each one, and I was so fucked off from the pain that I delivered the groceries at the wrong address on one of them. And I was back and getting ready to start another job, and Instacart calls me, and they're like, your customer is saying that the groceries were never delivered. So I had to drive back and find the house that I accidentally dropped them at. I just followed Google Maps, but when you're in pain and you got a lot of things to think about, sometimes stuff like that's hard. I did find them. Luckily, the other house didn't take them in, and I got the groceries and I got them back to the right people. Also, my marketing gig has kind of gone downhill. I used to find YouTubers to review portable power stations like Jackeries and Rockpal, and they're folding solar panels. And we'd send them a free panel and a free power station in exchange for making a review video. Problem is, all the big YouTubers already have half a dozen of these power stations, and they don't really want any more. And none of these companies are willing to pay very much money as an incentive to make the video. And some YouTubers won't do paid reviews anyway. You know, there's no Uber in Lake Isabella. There is DoorDash, but it's very slow. There might only be like 5 orders a day. But Instacart pays really well in Lake Isabella. With Instacart, sometimes there might only be 5 orders a day. But in that area, there's only 2 stores. I know both of them like the back of my hand. And yeah, I've seen people do that, say they didn't get stuff or complain so they can get something free. But the thing is, Lake Isabella is a small town. I'm sure she didn't disappear again. It's only been like 10 minutes. 16 minutes that I've been on this video. Maybe I better go check on her. Because she does know that I need to get in there and get these records. They're open till 6 and it's only 4:25 here. Sorry, you guys distracted me with that comment. I'm going to smoke this cigarette, then I'll go hurry her up. In Lake Isabella, people tip really, really well with Instacart, which is nice. It's kind of a small town, and a lot of the people there are very appreciative. A lot of them do a lot of drinking, and they don't have driver's licenses anymore. So I get a lot of orders for alcohol. I'll talk about the wrist again in a second, George. So yeah, down here, an order with maybe 20 items, I might get like 15, 16 bucks. A lot of times in Lake Isabella, an order with the same amount of items, I'd get like 30 or 40 just because the people tip better. I guess because it's a small town, nobody wants to be thought as a shitty tipper. Or maybe it's just that we have a lot of better people there. Oh no, I didn't say I was quitting right then. I'm probably going to quit when this packs out. What I was saying is I'm going to have to quit because I recently read this article about how smoking nicotine impairs bone regeneration. So I've quit before. I quit for 7 years once. It was actually going to these parties in Arizona, which is where I started drinking again. Another ex of mine, I would sit in her house all night, every night, while she would smoke like a freight train, just constantly. No windows open, no vent fans open. And I had a vape. It was a zero nicotine vape, so there was no nicotine in it. It just was something to puff on when I would be drinking and have that craving. And one night my vape quit, and I looked at her and I said, you know what, let me have a cigarette. That was after 7 years of no cigarettes, and now I've been smoking again for 2 years. I've quit a couple times during these 2 years for like a month or 2 at a time. And who knows, I might not quit permanently this time, but I think I'm done. I don't think I'm going back to Arizona, and if I do, I'm going to be doing it differently. I'm going to just go for the events, maybe just show up for a day or 2. I'm not going to party like everybody else does. That chapter of my life is over, and it's not because of this. I was already thinking about that long before this. My friend, I got a message that my friend Danny, one of my best friends, was diagnosed with cancer about 5 months ago. And that day, I already had some problems. I was already mad at these people for things that they were doing to our community, and something that they did to Sarah right in front of my own eyes, which I should have handled when it happened. But she came up to me and she gave me this look like everything was okay, so I let it go. But then I started thinking about how she told this guy, I've told you not to grab my ass before. How many times do I have to tell you not to do that? And that just really bugged me. Like, apparently she didn't have it handled, or she wouldn't have to keep telling this guy that. Matthew McGuire, molester Matt, long hair, creepy looking fucker who pretends to be a healer. I don't care. I know exactly what happened, and so do many of you. So I'm not going. Many of these people just want to sit quietly and act like nothing's happening when they watch these things happen in front of their eyes. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not going to sit quietly for anybody's feelings, or because anybody gets butthurt, or they don't want to hear drama, particularly when it comes to those kind of things. Now, fuck all you people that want, not you guys, but the people that want to like hide that kind of stuff, those people can go fuck themselves. And if they don't like it, come at me, bro. Come at me. Come at me. What's the worst you're going to do? Fucking kill me? Put me out of my misery. Put me out of my misery. Come at me. Actually, I'm doing pretty good right now, but I don't give a fuck. I truly don't give any fucks anymore. Come on. I'm going to have to go in here and get her. Um, uh, I don't have him on video, but he's got a Facebook page. I was making a live video when I went down there that night. I was making a live video. I was going to call him and the other guy that's in on it with him. I was going to call them both out in person. I don't know if they were really going to come at me. I was kind of hoping they would, but they're both cowards, and I wasn't surprised that they didn't actually come out. But I was going to go out on video. That was my plan, and call them out. Oh, my friend Danny's ex-girlfriend calls me and tells me that he's in the hospital dying of cancer. They checked him in. He's delusional. He can't even talk on the phone. She didn't think he was going to make it through the night. He actually did get out. He's doing a little better, but it's lung cancer, and it's just progressing. So I was upset about that, and I decided I'll drink, and that'll help me pass out. It didn't. It just made me angry. Angry about things that I was already angry about. It just kind of intensified that anger. So when I got down there, though, I kind of thought she was gone. She told me that morning she was leaving. I did see a van there that looked like hers, but there were two vans there that looked like hers, and she usually goes to bed early, so I figured even if she is here, she's probably already asleep. And as soon as I get down there with my live video rolling, she comes out and she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I didn't think you were here." So I shut off the live video because I didn't want to just blast her on a live video in the middle of all this shit. And I wished I'd have kept that live video going now, but it is what it is. But I've got somebody helping me now, and I didn't expect that, and that is a blessing. So like she told me, look for the blessing in everything, and at first that kind of upset me, but no, it's real. Look for the blessing in everything. Okay, maybe not everything has a blessing in it, but a lot of it does. I guess I gotta go check on her. I'll give it till the end of this cigarette. Let me look at the comments. I forgot. I was saying something else and I just totally got sidetracked. Are there windows in the bathroom? No. This girl had... I don't want to talk about other people's stuff, but I'm an asshole. She had a real serious medical condition a few years back, and she has no sense of time. But she's very productive. She's already helped me do more things than anybody else has helped me. She hustles. She gets shit done. So if she wastes a lot of my time just sitting around, it's worth it. It's made up for it with the time that she's actually getting shit done and being helpful. I've lost a couple subscribers already. So I don't know when I'm going to go back to Lake Isabella. I am starting a GoFundMe. I've never done that before. I've never really done any e-begging. But I'm kind of in a bind right now. And she's helping out however she can. She's got hustle, but she doesn't have a regular job. And I'm not able to make much money doing Instacart. And when I do, it makes this hurt so much more. You know, the thing that's harder than I thought any of it would be that I didn't take into consideration until I actually got out there. Pushing a shopping cart with one hand. I guess next time maybe I'll pull it. But trying to push it, I can't use this hand for anything. And so the cart's constantly going sideways. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It didn't though. But then maybe it is. I was referring to the pin, not the kill me part. I don't know how long it takes them to get my medical records. They said they're open till 6, but I don't want to get there last minute. Let me go in here and check on her. I hope I don't lose everybody while I go in here, but I'll also post links to my GoFundMe. I don't know if anybody's going to help. I don't expect anybody to, but I've seen other people in our community raise lots of money for far less things. So somebody insisted on starting one for me, and I said, okay, do it. And I'm going to try to look for some other marketing work too. That's the problem with the power station deal. Everybody already has a... It is so loud here. Everybody already has a power station. Yeah, it's been 25 minutes. I'm going to go check on her. Well, I got to go help her with something. Not the kind of thing I'm going to talk about on here. I'll start the video up later. I got to pull out of the gas pumps. This might take a minute. Thanks for watching. I'll probably make that video live here a little later. I'll be back.